Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna, where we share with you a lot of interesting and useful information from Benidorm town and Spain in general. Today it's early morning, it's 9 in the morning, and we are already on the lovely beach of Albir to share with you, as usual, every Monday and Friday, the latest news update from Spain. Today we have quite a lot to talk about, so let's start. First of all, about the situation, I just want to say a little bit that even though Spain is kind of in a new normality, even though we don't actively count the cases any longer, however, newspapers are filling up once again every single day with information about COVID. Why it's happening, why we have a lot of different news about it once again when it kind of passed already. Because there are a lot of new cases, because there is a new variant, because the situation in the hospitals and ICU units is getting worse, let's say it like this, and the health centers as well as the hospitals, they are opening more and more units for only COVID patients. At the same time, the demand on the tests in pharmacies has increased more than by 120%, which is a huge amount. However, at the same time, they are not making us feel afraid of it any longer. They do say that the quantity is increasing, that the situation is getting worse. However, they do say at the same time that there are less severe cases, and that it's kind of under control. It's less severe, it's slightly better comparing to what we've had 2 years ago. So they kind of feel that we should not be panicking about it. However, they do state all the cases, they do show all the actual situation in the newspapers and on the television so that people would know basically how the situation is in the country. But it's not something we should be worried about. It's not something that might affect our day-to-day life, because we don't have to quarantine. If we don't want to, we don't have to, because no new restrictions will be put in place, as the government has said, so everything maintains stable as it was before. The second news that I wanted to share with you all is that Benidorm is announcing the rebirth of the Plaza de Toros, which is the bull arena, like the bull circle, you know, where traditionally the corridas were made, the bullfights. And this area was closed since 2018. It was not actually used, so it was kind of abandoned, and the municipal hall was waiting on what to do with it. So today, when it's 60th anniversary of this Plaza de Toros in Benidorm, they've presented the new project, which is just amazing. What they will be doing is integral change, total 100% refurbishment, and this is how this Plaza de Toros will be looking like soon. Kind of feels like we are in the movie somewhere from the future, because all these like clean lines, all this like design is really like from the future, you know, really modern type of style. And I'm really happy that Benidorm will be doing this kind of change. This will be an internal rehab of this area, and it will convert itself to the huge social and cultural center in Benidorm. They will place there the new municipal library of Benidorm, which is going to be way bigger than the actual one is, as well as a lot of different areas for youngsters to stay with different activities, and it will combine areas that both locals and tourists will be able to use, which is just great. I have another picture right here so you'll be able to see how it's going to be looking like from the bottom, from the park. If you'll be walking down the La Higuera Park, which is where this Plaza de Toros is actually located, at the end of La Higuera Park, if you go from Bristol Hotels towards upside. And this will cost around 14 million euros. This project, they don't say when it's going to be over just yet, because it's just a project. They've approved it, they've given the money, so they need to start rebuilding, you know, the massive change. So maybe in a year or 2 years, this massive project will be over. And Benidorm is just modernizing itself year by year, and it's becoming an amazing town to live in and to come for a visit. And the last news that I wanted to share with you all comes from our lovely town Benidorm once again. You know that there's been a lot of building work going on in town. The skyline is completely modified right now. It's not the same as it was even a year ago, and especially all the massive changes are starting at the Poniente beach in Benidorm. Right now, the first building that started to be built after pandemic's time will convert itself to the fifth biggest and tallest building, skyscraper of Benidorm. And this building that I will talk with you about in a minute will have the biggest, the highest in Spain residential pool. The highest residential pool in the whole Spain. This is a huge title to manage for this building, and this is going to be a new residential building called Benidorm Beach. These are a few pictures that I managed to get from them just to show you how it will be looking like, and it will be in Benidorm. This is one of the building company that builds this huge tower, residential tower, with different apartments. They're going to have a lot of different areas, common areas for people, and obviously these apartments are not cheap ones. I'm going to put you the price right here on the screen so you would know, in case you're interested to buy a property, maybe rental property as an investment or for you to live in, on how much the basic cost is from where it rises up. And it's not cheap, as you can see. This is really close towards the Poniente beach. It's 126 meters tower and 36 floors. Fifth tallest in Benidorm. Obviously the in-temple building as well is one of the tallest ones, and Benidorm is just continuing to grow constantly, and these massive skyscrapers are changing totally the view of Benidorm Beach, and each time we see a new building emerging. I must say that construction works right now are really popular in Benidorm. They're not stopping, even though the materials are quite expensive, and people are trying to invest in properties as well. Even right now with the rise of costs, people are trying to buy some properties to invest, to rent them for short term mostly, although long term sometimes it's also possible, to get some extra income, you know, and just to have it as a maybe extra income or as a main income for their families, which is really important thing. What is the situation right now in general here in Benidorm? It's getting really busy, really crowded. Even at first time in the morning, it's difficult to find parking spaces at some of the areas in Benidorm. So if you're coming with a rented car, make sure you have a parking space at the hotel or at the apartment building, or check it in advance, because it's going to be quite complicated already to find it, especially on weekend or at times when it's more busy, for example, the first line of the beach, or in the evening when a lot of people are going out to have dinner or have some fun. Hotels are also really busy right now, which is a truly positive thing to see. A lot of tourists are coming, buses and buses, entire buses are coming to the hotels of our region. Bars and restaurants are full, even though they are forced to shut down some of the days to make a day off because they still don't have enough of staff, or cut a little bit the opening hours. But in general, Costa Blanca area, not only Benidorm, but all the Costa Blanca area is fully recovered and has even better numbers than in 2019 before pandemic. So we're really happy. The normality almost hit us. We are as we used to be before, maybe even slightly better. And we're really happy that finally this day came, that we're being able to enjoy the lovely beach. We're able to go stay without a mask on the outside. We're able to do everything what we used to do before, and even more, because we cherish the moments that we have right now more than we used to, and we enjoy every moment that we have, either we are on holidays or living in here. And now let's talk about the weather. What is waiting for all those of you who are coming in a couple of days here to Benidorm? The weather is just amazing, although right now at 9 in the morning it's already really hot. It's around 30 degrees because the second heat wave is coming to Spain. It's going to be sunny in all the entire country without any single cloud at all, the same as you can see right now here in Benidorm area. And there's going to be really, really hot on the South Spain, so be careful if you travel to South Spain towards Andalusia. There's going to be some more clouds starting towards the end of next week, but nothing serious, no rain, no storm, nothing at all. Temperatures are really, really high today, up until 40 degrees in the South Spain, and here it's going to be around 31, 32 during the day of today. In Alicante, it's going to be 30. In Granada, will be more or less 40, which is the warmest. In Barcelona, 29, Madrid 27, Sevilla will be 40 today, Madrid 35, Murcia 33, Balearic Islands 32, Canarian Islands between 26 and 33. Temperatures are rising there just because there's no wind, so all this calima from Africa is just coming in. And in Valencia, 31 degrees today. On Monday, temperatures will be rising up until 35 here in the area. And the water temperature is of 25.2 degrees already. And it's expected to rise up until 25.8 in the next 10 days. This is the weather that is waiting for you guys if you'll be coming in the next following days here to Spain. This was the latest news update from Spain and Benidorm town. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. I wish you a lovely, lovely day. And if you are coming on holidays, I hope you will enjoy Benidorm town or whatever your wish to stay here in Spain. I'll see you on Sunday with the new video. We'll be trying another place with a delicious traditional Spanish menu here in Benidorm town. Bye.